We talked about John Delaney and how he uses his Twitter account to brag about how he lies to old people. Here is something. So John Delaney, yesterday we were talking about, he has spent $24 million on his campaign. And the only reason he's out there is because he has money in health insurance stock. So maybe John Delaney, I mean, first of all, morally, that is just so disgusting on so many levels. I mean, this is a level of greed that is truly repulsive and truly gross. This man is spending so much time and energy and resources and money to just make sure people don't have health care because of his own stock options. If we get Medicare for all and his stock and health insurance goes down, he'll just invest it somewhere else and he'll still be rich. He'll still be very rich. The man has millions and millions and millions of dollars. But he's so greedy that he's doing all this. He's humiliating himself. His name is going to be tarnished forever, or at least as long as people remember it. I mean, he has tarnished his own name because it's embarrassing what he's doing. How embarrassing is it? Well, here, I'll tell you. Check this out. John Delaney draws 11 people to a 2020 event. Millions of dollars, $24 million. 11 people show up. $24 million. Anybody watching this right now, if I gave you $24 million and said, go run for president, you would do better than 11 people. That's how not likable this man's ideas are and how people see through them. And that he's only on this stage to try to take help, to make sure people don't get health care. That's his goal, to protect his own stock options. But no matter what happens, he's still going to be rich. He's still going to be rich the rest of his life. His children will never need or want anything. Their children will never need or want anything. He's going to be rich for generations. Yet he's so greedy that anything that threatens a little bit of his stock, and by the way, compared to all of his assets, health insurance stock is just a little piece of the pie for this guy. But he's that greedy. That's truly sick. It's truly sick. And he draws 11 people because there's enough people in this country. They see through it. 11 people. $24 million. With $1 million. I think everybody watching this stream right now, you could get more than 11 people. If I gave you $1 million, I said run for president, you got in. And by the way, this guy has gotten tons of bumps. He just got to go on MSNBC this very morning, I'm pretty certain. He's gotten bumps from the debates where he gets booed. All of this exposure on media. And 11 people. 11 people. All right, so let's go to this article. John Delaney draws 11 people to 2020 event. And the author of this piece, Adam Gabat, here at The Guardian, asked the question, does he truly think he can win? Well, does he? Does he truly think he can win? The former congressman has put $24 million of his own cash into an increasingly chaotic presidential run, and he's plowing on despite a near total lack of support. John Delaney has poured a staggering $24 million of his own money into running for president. He has been campaigning for the White House for more than 2 years, and in that time has held more than 200 events in Iowa. On one recent Thursday morning, these efforts translated into a grand total of 11 people. Wow. So to answer that question, does he truly think he can win? I think he does entertain some fantasy. He has a chance here because otherwise, why is he doing this? His main concern is making sure people don't get health care. His main concern is making sure Medicare for all never happens. There's pretty much every other candidate to make that a reality, John Delaney. Virtually every, Beto O'Rourke, Joe Biden, Klobuchar, Kristen Gillibrand, Kamala Harris. We're going to get to that next. There's so many people. Pretty much every other candidate, almost every other candidate is against Medicare for all. They're going to make sure it doesn't happen if they get into office. Why do they need you? If you're going to be on the debate stage, why just be another establishment hack? We have tons of establishment hacks. Why do you need to be another one? I mean, Marianne Williamson brings a unique perspective to the table. She wants a Department of Peace. I don't agree with her on everything, but she at least brings a unique perspective to the table. Same with Andrew Yang. I don't agree with him on everything. He has some kind of cool ideas, some kind of not so cool ideas, but he at least brings something different to the table. That's why he's up there. Tulsi Gabbard, same scenario. Brings something unique to the table. Non-interventionist, an actual peace candidate. That's why they're trying to get her off the debate stage as soon as they can. But all the other candidates, except for Bernie Sanders, of course, just fly by night. It's all the same stuff. It's all status quo nonsense. Why do we need you? John Hickenlooper realized there's enough of me on there. I can just drop out. John Delaney hasn't had that realization yet. He must entertain some fantasy that he can actually win. And he can't. He does not have a chance in hell. He will get booed off of the stage continually. His ideas are about as likable as a hemorrhoid. And it's amazing that somebody would put that amount of resources and that amount of money into a presidential campaign to make sure sick people can't get health care. That's incredible. All to protect their own stock, which, by the way, he has about 24 million in assets. He has about 3 of that in health insurance stock. 24 million, 3 in health insurance stock. He could have spent all this time finding something else to invest in. He could have invested in a green energy startup. He could have invested into solar or wind and started an organization for sustainable energy. He could have invested in a restaurant. He could have, he could have invested that into his children's futures. Given it to them. Start an entrepreneurial fund for his kids. Take it out of health insurance. Be like, hey, I think our society is going to change when it comes to health insurance. I'm going to give this money to you. And what I want you to do is I want you to pursue your dreams with it, whatever that may be. But you have to do something productive with it. You have to put it towards your career, whatever that is. And he's still going to be rich. He's still going to be rich. I can think of a million more productive things he could have done. He could have just taken that money out, done a million more productive things with it. Instead, he ran for president so he can keep sick people from getting health care. Man. Wow. It's just sad. That is just sad.
Get your news on with Ron. Don't you want to know what's going on? We're getting our news on today. Get your news on with Ron. Don't you want to know what's going on? We're getting our news on today. You can tweet me an article at Ron Placone. We'll go through it together and make it our own. Get your news on with Ron.